Good morning. It is Monday. This is your morning edition of Morning Manna with Pastor K. Let's get in here. Had a bit of a snafu this morning, but we're glad to be with you on today. Yes, Lord. Say, I want to challenge you all on today. Literally, whenever I don't do Morning Manna, I literally receive it. Like I went for a week without doing Morning Manna. I literally receive hundreds. It seems like hundreds, but somewhere upwards of 50 to 60 messages saying, Pastor K, where's Morning Manna? We long for Morning Manna. And many of you like to watch Morning Manna replay, but I want to challenge you all. Those of you who really enjoy Morning Manna, thank you all. Great morning, Shyla KC, this morning. Those of you who enjoy Morning Manna and really want me to continue with Morning Manna, I love doing Morning Manna as well. I have a lot of things that I do in the course of the day. And I want to make the time that I use and that I expend to be very purposeful. And there are times when I have to kind of just, make some things happen. But if I'm going to make a commitment to Morning Manna, those of you who watch this and even will see this later in the day when you decide to get up, I want to challenge you to get up with me. Let's do Morning Manna. If we're going to do it, let's do it at 8 a.m. every single morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. But I want you to do it with me. That means I don't want you to stay in your bed and enjoy the sleeps and the comforts of your day and expect me to do the work, but let's do the work together. That means that you get up and I'll get up with you, and we'll do Morning Manna with Pastor K every single weekday of the week to get your week jump started. And so I think that's a great challenge. I think that's fair. If I'm going to do Morning Manna, I want you to get up with me and start your mornings with me. I start at 6 a.m. Every single morning with prayer. And I would love for you guys to at least be able to join in as when we tune in to Morning Manna Live. All right. So we're going to push. I'm going to push that you guys begin to do that. You hold your end of the bargain and I'll hold up mine. This is actually year number 7 for Morning Manna. So this is not something that I've just been doing for some of you that are just tuning in, but this is something I've been doing for 7 years. And so in 7 years' time, you got to imagine there's going to be times that you have to kind of take some moments out for yourself. So I thank you all for being patient with that. We're going to get into today's conversation. Those of you who are coming in, I see people in here. When you hit come in, please allow StreamYard to hit the link above the post so that StreamYard can use your comments so I can see you like this. I know who you are, and you're just not morning Facebook user. All right. So great mornings to all of you that are out there. Thank you for tuning in to this session of Morning Manna, listening to Everlasting Father by William Murphy. But I want to get into today's lesson. And on today, I woke up this morning, and even during the time that I spent from prayer from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And those of you who are interested in being a part of that intercessory prayer, by all means, it is open to everyone that is a part, that desires to be a part. I usually post a stream in our Morning Manna post. Great morning, Crystal Cross. I forgot, laugh a lot. Good morning. Yeah, I post the link. We usually come in Zoom. Good morning to Dave and my brother Vincent Prasad from India. And my battery is low. And one of the young men put together my computer on yesterday and left my cord at the church. So I'm going to get going so that we can finish this morning session. Okay. I thought today, Proverbs 3, and this is what came to mind, and I read it and I want to share it with you all. My son, forget not my law. And let me share my screen with you all on this morning. I'm going to share it with you. Hopefully we can make it through this video. Here we go. And I want you to read this with me. It says, my son, forget my law, but let thine heart keep thy commandments. For the length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Excuse me, let me pull this up. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. All right. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. All right. So I wanted to read that, but I also want to read this in that's a great verse. I wanted to read this also in the NIV, and I want you guys to see this in the NIV with me as well, because I think it's really important. Are you trusting in the Lord? All right, so I'm going to share this with you real quick. We're going to read the same passage. It says, my son, do not forget my teachings, but keep my commandments in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let your faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them upon the table of your heart. Then you will find favor and a good name inside of God. This is the part I want us to focus in. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. As I began to think about all of the things that are going on through the course of the day, great morning out there, Crystal Cross. I told you my brother Prasad from India, Annie Babers, and all of you that are coming in. Notice, I want you guys to actually allow Facebook to use, or StreamYard to use your comment, so that we can see you like Annie Babers here. All right. As we begin to look at the things of the course of the day, and I'll tell you, I've had a lot going on. For someone like myself, who is, I'm a spiritual man. I'm a man of faith. But I recognize that faith without works is dead. And so as a man of faith, I have the responsibility, when I see something, to say something. I have the responsibility to speak up. And God has challenged me and put it upon my heart to be the voice that is crying out for social justice and change in our community. And as I look at what's going on, my heart is so heavy with everything that's happened. On last week, we have seen, nearly a year, approaching a year, and actually going through the George Floyd murder case, which is actually the Derek Chauvin murder case of George Floyd. We're coming to the conclusion, some type of a conclusion. And in that process, we see another senseless death of another young man in a police traffic stop. And then just a couple days after that, another young man who's being shot by police, who presumably is raising his hands, which are empty on camera, being shot down once again. And then I got called on Saturday night, right before Sunday morning, at about 11 o'clock at night, here in the city. There was a young man that was shot in the head, shot down here in the city of Saginaw, and 16 years old. And it was another senseless murder. And these things have a way of just like, God, like, what are we going on? The Republican Party, certain parts of the Republican Party, are pushing an agenda talking about getting back to good old white Anglo-Saxon values. What does that mean? And I look at the state of our country, I look at the state of our nation, and I look at the state of our church. We have a church who is all powerful, a God who is all powerful, yet the church is depending so much on science and very little on faith. And my heart and my mind and my spirit are crying out like, Lord, what are we doing? What's going on? And this morning, as I woke up this morning for prayer at 6 a.m., I heard the Lord said, repeat this verse to me. It's crazy, but he reminds of his word. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. And I thought about that, and I looked at the NIV where it said, in all of your ways, acknowledge him, in the King James, but in the NIV, it says, in all of your ways, submit to him. And in this world, the word submission is almost a dirty word, because we don't want to submit to anything. We don't want to submit to the law. We don't want to submit to the government. We don't want to submit to our spouses. We don't want to submit to any sense of authority. Certainly, we don't desire to submit to God. But when I began to look at that passage of scripture, it told us that when we submit to God, that he would make our path straight. How many of us are walking down a meandering path, not necessarily sure where we're going? The spirit of depression sets in. We're struggling with so many things. We're concerned about COVID-19. We've lost members to COVID-19. We're concerned, are we going to have a third or fourth wave? All of these different things. We're going down paths that are meandering. We're not going down paths that are straight. And it's really has to do with a lot with our submission. My journal entry this morning, walking into a total surrender. I see that. I don't know who you are, total Facebook user, but I do appreciate your comment. Next time, allow StreamYard to use your comment so that I can know who you are. But as we look at this,